Hey self-publishers, so welcome. I wanted to take a minute today to just reflect on my journey with my non-fiction book, and I've only got one out at the moment, and this is the one that actually has some sales. Another one is perma-free, so that one, even though it has downloads and sales, it's not actually bringing in any income. So I just want to show you a few outlets where I sell these from. That's ebook, paperback, and audiobook format. So let's dive in to the first one, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to log it over here, okay, and we'll just take it step by step. So the first one is going to be the biggest platform, and that is KDP. So I'm going to log that and show you under KDP. I've made 399 units of sales, and over here I've got ACX, and I've got 159 units of sales. ACX 159. So those two are Amazon-based platforms. Let's take a look at my Findaway Voices, which is audiobooks everywhere else, basically everywhere else. So Findaway, we'll call it FV, and I've got 200 units sold through Findaway Voices so far. And D2D for ebooks everywhere else. Now D2D, I've only managed to download sort of the annual figures, so we'll just go through them one by one. D2D 2020, that is 22 units, all right. And then we've got D2D of 2021, annual figure of 83 units. And finally, year to date, D2D 2022, I'm going to call it year to date, and I've got 31 units. Okay, so let me just add all these up so I can have a look at how many units we've sold in total. 200 plus 22 plus 83 plus 31, and that is a total of 894. And I know it's not as good as some other people sales, but it's okay for me. I've made more on this than some other books. So 894 units, and that spans quite a few years. It's not overnight for sure. In fact, I started publishing end of November, and it took me a few months to get my book published. I started writing the nonfiction, and it took me a few months to write, and then I eventually published it 2019. So during this time I was doing low and no content books or journals, and let's call it around October, November 2019, I got some sales, and then it dropped off, and then I got some sales here and there, and this is a few days ago, so no sales so far today anyway. So yeah, that's you can see the date range: 6th of November 6th, 2018, all the way to August 2nd, 2022. Just for this one nonfiction book. I think I'm doing okay. So the journey so far, 894, and I would say it took me a few months, so it wasn't an overnight thing. So it took me probably three months minimum. Okay, so before let's say November 2019, I took 3 months to write it. I have done zero marketing. All right. So it is kind of passive income, really, this stuff. But it doesn't. This may not happen to you. You may not experience this. You may spend many months writing the book and then have zero sales. That's completely possible. There's quite a few days where you can see there's no sales. These are kind of monthly figures. So there will be times when I got no sales. But then again, I'm not marketing it at all. So I can't really complain. It is what it is, So the journey so far, 894 to date. Hopefully this will continue to sell. I am working on another nonfiction book, so when that gets added on, I am hoping, fingers crossed, that even if I get similar results to this, that means I will have doubled my sales because I've doubled my books. So instead of 894 over approximately 4 years, I will have, what is 894 times 2? Okay, 894 multiplied by 2. I will have 1788 a year. That is the hope. if I have 2 books. All right. And if you have 3 books, then you may add another 894 to get 2,682 books sold per year. So it does depend on obviously the book cover, the description, and all that good stuff that goes into self-publishing. It's not easy to get books out. So if you are on the journey, please do not give up. You know, I'm sure there's so many obstacles that you will encounter, but hopefully this is somewhat inspirational for you. I haven't done any marketing and it has sold. I have worked quite hard on my keywords, so the keywords on my book I think are relatively dialed in. So I am found. I am actually appearing on page 1, at least on page 1. So sometimes I'm on like maybe the 3rd or 5th, or maybe 7th listing, but I am on page 1 for one of the keywords that I aimed for, and I eventually. So initially you won't get any like ranking, you know. You may get lucky and you may get some ranking, but as sales builds up over time, you kind of solidify that keyword that you're trying to rank for. Hopefully, no guarantees, because other people are putting up books as well, so you do have competition. But yeah, that is currently my journey so far. If you are on your journey, I want to encourage you to keep going. Having said that, if you found that it's really not your cup of tea, you don't like self-publishing, or you tried it a few times and something's just not working, either find a solution to that or move on to another project. You know, there's no harm in that. You gave it your best shot. It didn't work out. No problem. Okay? So I just wanted to share my journey so far with you on this one nonfiction book. It can be done. Stick with it, and hopefully you will see some success. All right? Okay, till the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Take care.